On the subject of flags, which I've already mentioned, I found some more information and I have a couple more thoughts to share that may be relevant. First of all, I discovered that the St. George's England flag, the red cross on a white background, I now find people saying that it goes back to the 12th century, as early as that. I think I'd said rather later. But I also discovered that Roman warships, so I read, used to display a red cross on a white background to show their warlike footing. So it would be one of those things that would delight the adversary, I think, to see the people of God celebrating their Roman overlords unwittingly. I'm suspicious of their flag. And in Britain, it's been flown from many lampposts across the nation, although it's interesting, certain districts, it's completely absent. Yesterday, I went to one of the more refined and genteel parts of the city, where the streets are clean and the houses are swept and the gardens have delightful flowers. And the population is mainly white, predominantly. And the houses are expensive. It's very pleasant, but there's an atmosphere that I don't love. And there were no flags there at all. It's not something that they would even contemplate. It would be an absolute gaffe to put a flag up along their streets. I'm sure they would club together and have you removed from the books. They have ways and means. There are various statutes or in force in that particular area requiring certain types of conduct. I suppose they're like the homeowners associations in America that I've seen on YouTube. And they're flown on lampposts, but they're flown at half mast because inevitably people have ladders, and a ladder that you can carry and ascend reasonably safely is only going to go up to about, I don't know, would it be 10 meters or something like that, or 12 at the most, whereas the lampposts are often quite a bit taller, and you would need professional access equipment to hang anything from the full height. A cherry picker, I suppose, would be good, or a zoom boom, one of these things that have to be a pretty good reach. So they're practical considerations, but the result is that the flags are all being flown at what is called half-mast. And a flag flown at half-mast, I think it symbolizes mourning, because they always fly the flags at half-mast when the monarch passes away. I think it's a symbol of grief, which may be actually appropriate, but it's not triumphant at all. So I think the flag people are playing into the hands of our rulers, who are just watching from the wings and sniggering in their sleeves the way that they love to do. But I was reading, I think it was in Matthew earlier on, the verse about the tares which are sown among the wheat. And Jesus is explicit in saying that they're not to be removed now while the wheat is still growing up, but they will be removed at the time of the harvest. And so it's not our function to enter into contention. I would see that as meaning with any of our fellow citizens, although they may be pursuing agendas that are potentially harmful or misguided or whatever. We're going to be separated by the hand of God after this harvest, when I suppose we'll be harvested. I don't know how we're going to be harvested, but there are various theories about that. God bless.